Plans for the idled Belvidere Assembly Plant are delayed. Stellantis responds to threats of another UAW strike.
Plus, 2 men are arrested after police say they stole a car in Rockford. What law enforcement officials say you can do to keep your car and yourself safe.
And recognizing bravery on the job. The state line deputies honored for their actions during a standoff that turned violent.
Live from WTVO 17. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Wendell Edwards. We're glad you're here. Tonight, we now know the name of the man murdered in Freeport over the weekend.
Freeport police have identified the victim as Jace Glasgow. Saturday night, officers were called to a house on Mark Drive. There, they found the 23-year-old dead. Police have not yet named a suspect. If you have any information on this case, call Freeport Police or State Line Area Crime Stoppers.
Automaker Stellantis confirms tonight it has delayed the reopening of the Belvidere Assembly Plant. We told you yesterday UAW, United Auto Workers Union, was informed by Stellantis the company would not launch a Mopar mega hub this year. Stellantis also confirmed it will not begin stamping operations in 2025 or begin production of a midsize truck in 2027. Today, the automaker released a statement citing market conditions as a reason for the delay. But the UAW claims that would violate the collective bargaining agreement made last year, allowing for a strike. Stellantis is denying it violated its commitments to reopen the plant, with the company's spokesperson saying in a statement, quote, the UAW agreed to language that expressly allows the company to modify product investments and employment levels. Therefore, the union cannot legally strike over a violation of this letter at this time, end quote. The president of the UAW Local 1268 responding to that decision with this statement of his own, saying, quote, if the company is allowed to walk away from the Belvidere investment, what keeps them from walking away from the remaining investments slated through the corporation? This issue is something we can't strike over, end quote. If the union files a grievance, it could authorize a strike at plants in Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana.
A national fast food chain closes all of its locations in the four-city. All KFC restaurants in the Rockford area closed abruptly. Signs announcing the closures were posted to the doors and drive-through lanes of each location. The restaurants were being operated by the Texas-based EYM Group. According to our sister station in Peoria, all EYM-owned locations in central Illinois also shut down. The company operates 150 KFC locations in the state. No reason for the closures was given. Rockford police arrest 2 men for stealing a car in Sinisippi Park over the weekend.
Today, Eyewitness News reporter Blake Dietz talked with the Cherry Valley Police Department. And Blake, they have tips everyone can follow to keep safe.
Yeah, that's right, Wendell. Mimi, that theft followed another in the Forest City a day before. It's part of an increasing number of car thefts across the country. Cherry Valley Police Sergeant Andy Paulson says thefts can happen anywhere, oftentimes following a crime committed shortly before. Paulson says the best advice to handle a theft is to stay calm, don't fight back, and remember as much detail about the incident as you can.
The best course of action would be get it, just go ahead and get out of the vehicle, hand it over to them. Just call 911 immediately when it happens. If the more information is always better. So if you see them take off driving a certain way down a road, having information as far as their direction of travel. If you see them on a certain street and everything, that helps a long way with law enforcement.
Paulson adds to be aware of your surroundings when entering or exiting your vehicle, as theft attempts often occur in these situations. Wendell.
Blake, thank you. It is day 2 of the Democratic National Convention. Day 1 focused on President Biden's time in office, but tonight Governor Pritzker will be one of the featured speakers. The governor kicked off the convention by speaking to the Illinois delegation. He told that crowd to be proud of the strength the party has built in recent years while alluding to the turmoil the party has seen in the past, specifically with the executive role. Governor Pritzker stayed modest when forecasting how long he would stay at the head of Illinois government.
So I'm not suggesting that I want to try to beat Jim Thompson's 14-year record. My wife's not here, and I don't want anybody talking to her about this. But she is my term limit, so if all of you want to talk to her and convince her one way or another, by the way, you're welcome to do that.
Democrats' power in Illinois has become more solidified. Governor Pritzker has broadened his political ambitions. He's gone from state to state pushing key progressive policies. And the governor also at one point made the short list for Vice President Harris's VP pick.
Several state line officers are honored for their bravery in the line of duty. Today, Armor Research Company and the Ogle County Sheriff's Office held a ceremony to recognize the 3 officers who were shot in Dixon back in June. All 3 men have since recovered from their injuries. One of the officers was presented with a brand new shield to replace the one damaged during the shooting. Ogle County Sheriff says his department's not afraid to spend money on good equipment.
When we went to that conference for active shooter response, it really fit the bill for what we have. You know, most of the time we have a single deputy response just based off of the number of people that we have working, and so this shield provided them, additional cover if we went into an active school shooter situation. And we actually employed it in a SWAT call out just because it had been, a product that we trained with.
All 3 deputies were awarded a lifetime employee discount on all Armor Research products, as well as the specialized training certificates for the items. The Rockford Police Department bids farewell to a hard-working officer. Today, K-9 Sulley retired from the force. Sulley's worked with his partner, Officer Geiken, for 10 years and has been deployed nearly 2,000 times. Now, Sulley will get to spend his days at home, lounging on the couch and getting his belly scratched.
Oh, well, good for him. The State Line Library puts down the books to educate children about the natural world. Beloit Public Library partnered with Zoozord to hold an exotic animal experience. Zoozord is a traveling company that allows students and kids to get up close and personal with wildlife. Take a look. Visitors had the opportunity to see several unusual animals like a white skunk, a wallaby, and a chinchilla. Organizers say today's event is all about bringing the zoo to families that may not have access to one.
When you have families and kids, it's not always feasible to get out up to those zoos. So it's really nice to bring them into the community where everyone has equal access to be able to see something that you won't see maybe unless you're looking at a book or watching a movie. So it's really interesting.
The library says the Exotic Animal Experience event was filled to capacity. It hopes to hold another session sometime soon.
Former President Barack Obama is set to take center stage tonight in Chicago.
Up next, this comes as both presidential candidates continue touring key battleground states.
And coming up at 6, giving back to community members in need. The local church working to combat food insecurity in the Forest City.
And if you spent any time outdoors here this afternoon, you knew it was pretty comfortable. Tonight gets a little chilly as our temperatures drop potentially into the 40s. How long that chill is expected to last, coming up in the First Warn forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Mimi Murphy, Wendell Edwards, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
In the race for the White House, both presidential candidates are holding events in battleground states.
This comes as former President Barack Obama takes center stage on day 2 of the Democratic National Convention. Christiana Cordero has the latest from inside the United Center in Chicago.
Today, the Harris-Walz campaign is back on the road to nearby Milwaukee, while at the DNC in Chicago, surrogates rally support on their behalf. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer telling fellow Democrats, despite the enthusiasm for Harris, now is not the time to be complacent.
As excited as we are about Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, the rest of the world is just trying to get through their day. And so we cannot make any assumptions that this energy is enough.
On night 1 of the convention, Vice President Harris surprised the packed house of supporters, but the night was largely about honoring the legacy of the man who stepped aside to endorse her.
Joe, thank you for your historic leadership, for your lifetime of service to our nation, and for all you will continue to do.
Tuesday's headliner, former President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, who plan to turn the page from the VP who served in the Obama administration to the current one, pushing the momentum to November. Sources tell ABC News they plan to affirm the Harris-Walz message of decency, they say, away from fear and division. The Trump-Vance campaign is on the road across the Midwest. Vance in Kenosha, a mere 40 miles from the Harris-Walz rally.
Obviously, politically, Wisconsin may be very well the most important state in the country come November.
Trump just outside of Detroit, also holding an event on crime and safety.
Just about every law enforcement group in the country has endorsed us, as you probably have heard. And there's a reason for that, because I believe in law enforcement. The other group doesn't.
Tonight, we're also expecting to see the delegates cast their votes during a roll call here in the arena. Remember, Harris already became the party's nominee during a virtual roll call earlier this month, so tonight's is purely ceremonial. But one ceremonial moment to watch will be when Governor Gavin Newsom casts the votes on behalf of California. That will be the moment Harris has enough votes to become the nominee. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Chicago.
We've had a nice day outside with temperatures in the 70s.
After the break, Candace tells us when the state line could heat up again.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, we've had a little more cloud cover out there this afternoon compared to where we were yesterday, and that's the result of some showers that have been well off to our west. We take a live look with our Mercy Health SkyTrack camera over downtown Rockford. This on top of the Supply Corps building and brought to us by Window World this evening. You've got the clouds, although we've managed to see some sunshine out there. Cloud cover will stick around just for a bit here as we go through this evening, but we'll lose some of those clouds later tonight, which will pave the way for a generally clear sky. High pressure in control moving in across the northern Great Lakes has brought in quite a bit of dry air, so any of that moisture and the shower activity off to the west of us trying to work a little further east and southeast is encountering that dry air. So other than the cloud cover, that's all we get for tonight, and you can see that drier air situated really across the Great Lakes. The moisture well off to our west. You have to go a little further back to the west to get those dew point temperatures in the 60s and the mid 60s, but those will soon return here by the time we get into the end of the weekend and early next week, which will bring back some of that humidity. As we go through time, notice we've got just a few clouds overhead tonight. Tonight, depending on how fast we clear out and where exactly we clear out, overnight lows in a couple of spots could drop back into the upper 40s. So it could be a chilly one tonight compared to where we've been. And tomorrow we should see more sunshine with that disturbance that's bringing those showers out through Minnesota and Iowa here this evening. That is going further to the south. So we should enable a little more sunshine, which will bring our temperatures into the upper 70s for the afternoon. We'll have a few clouds work in Thursday afternoon. Now we start to break down just a bit as far as this ridge of high pressure is concerned. There's an upper level disturbance. Think of this as a little ripple in the jet stream. And so that's right over top of that ridge. It does encounter some dry air. So notice you've got some showers there Friday afternoon across Iowa. That does move closer to us, but might sink a little further to the south. So more than likely we see just cloud cover, but I did add in an isolated shower thunderstorm just with the afternoon, going a little further into the evening as that disturbance kind of works through. But a lot of us will stay dry. Our temperature's been dropping. We're 71 in Rockford, Freeport 70 right now up in Monroe, and 73 degrees currently in Rochelle. Our weather watcher Terry this last hour 74. Down in Genoa, dew point sits at 55 and a light northeasterly wind. So with a few clouds out there tonight, the wind stays light. We're down to 50 here in Rockford, but we may be able to get into the upper 40s. Now the last time we actually had an August low temperature that dropped into the 40s, at least for Rockford, when we look at the numbers, you have to go all the way back to 2017, 47. That was the coldest low temperature during the month back in 2017, and the last time that temperature in August reached the 40s. Now we were down to 50 degrees on the 11th of August, so it'll be a cooler one tomorrow, but I think tomorrow will be a beautiful afternoon, 77. Slow warm up then next couple of days as we get back into the mid and upper 80s for the weekend, and then the humidity goes up as well. Temperatures will be back up close to 90 depending on any rain and cloud chances as we look into next week.
Candace, thank you.
Scott's in next with sports. He'll show us what Freeport fans can expect from their pretzels on the football field this season.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
The Freeport Pretzels approaches football season is still trying to take that step up and compete for the upper half of the NIC 10. They have some key players who will give them an opportunity to make that happen. Drew Collins has our two-a-day preview.
The Freeport Pretzels look to turn things around, rain or shine. Since 2020, they've only had 11 wins, and the last winning regular season was in 2008.
Our identity is always family. We're always family. We start with a base. We finally got our base. The cement is setting our base. Now we're going to build this house up. We have the pieces to do some good things. I think that those seniors left last year put us in a great situation. We want to be balanced. We want to make sure our run can complement our pass, and pass complements our run. And so we stay balanced. We keep our playmakers out in space to make plays, and we play in front of the chains. And don't make mistakes, we should be all right.
Coach Dedman has a strong sense of happiness, knowing the team's priority on consistency.
We ask them to go out and do the best they can, to be consistent. That's our big word we use around here. Be consistent. Be consistent in everything you do. We always holler out win the down, and it's not just win the down on the field, but win the down every time you're doing anything. So that's in the classroom, that's out in the community, that's on the field, during practice. Make practice your hardest time ever, and that makes games a lot easier. These guys, they just bring a different feeling to it. Our leaders have stepped up. Our underclassmen, very talented. They listen. They want to learn. They ask questions. So everything just kind of flows great. It's been a great feeling, great summer. I got me a little too happy, I think so.
Senior Zach Matz was second in the conference in receptions last year, and he spoke on his leadership role leading into his final year alongside senior quarterback Peyton Woker.
A big part was the seniors last year, but with them gone, I feel like we have some better leadership this year. We have everybody working towards a whole goal instead of trying to reach independent goals. So I feel like we should accomplish a lot more than what we did last year.
I feel like our mental game this year is a lot different. Not many people talk about the mental game, but I feel like our mental state is a lot better than the last couple of years.
Next up on our list of previews, it's the Hononegah Indians tonight at 9 and 10. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Our first Warn Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Glass and More. Stays pretty quiet here. We've got cloud cover out there now, but our skies should begin to clear out here as we go through the night tonight. Temperatures tonight will drop back to about 50 degrees. It'll be a cooler night. Some spots will even fall into the 40s. A little more sunshine for tomorrow, 77 for the afternoon. We're 80 on Thursday, back up to 81 on Friday, and then slowly warming close to the 90s by early next week.
Thank you, Candace.
And thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again at 6.